We've got a bit of an agenda up on the board over here, so we're going to run through exactly what we're going to cover off on today. Try and not keep you guys sitting down for more than about an hour, because I know what it's like. People start falling asleep. I do the same when I'm sitting down for an hour trying to listen to someone talk. So basically today we've broken it up into three core sections. Level 1, which is the first thing we're going to cover off on, we call it the foundations. Essentially, it's just the how-tos in the dashboard. It's where everything is, what you've got available to you, your initial sort of setup. So they're very basic kind of things. Just a show of hands, who here is brand new to using RM? So, yep, sort of about a third, generally about right. Who's been using it for sort of the 3 to 6 months range? Couple, and sort of 12 months longer? Yep, okay, so it's a good mix. There's a good mix. So for those of you who've been with us for a while, the first level you might find that you know pretty much everything in there. You'll probably still find that there might be little bits and pieces that you'll pick up along the way though. From there we'll go into level 2. Level 2 is what I call the fundamentals. This is essentially all of the features in the dashboard. So when I talk about features, I'm talking about things like your remote control, your remote background services, your patch management, your AV, your web protection, all that sort of stuff. Level 3 is what I call the professionals level. This is more around the management of the dashboard. So you're looking at things like your user accounts, you're looking at things like your site installation packages, custom installations, all of that sort of stuff. So it's more for people who are sort of managing your dashboard and your sort of top level techs as well. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Greg Williams. I've been a sales engineer with Logic now for around about 3 years. So I was responsible for actually setting up this training myself and another guy, Todd, from overseas. Those of you who've come to our conferences, I think last year, would have probably met Todd. Myself and Todd were responsible for basically creating this training mid last year. So a lot of what I do with these sort of training events, I do a lot of presentations around the country as well, and I deal with a lot of our new and existing clients, basically teaching them how to use the application. So the agenda that we've got for level 1 here, the first thing we're going to look at is the dashboard pane, so how the dashboard is broken up. We're then going to have a look into the menu system, which is where we go about turning things on or off. We're going to have a look at the advanced monitoring agent. So this is what's going to get installed on every device that you're going to deal with. We have performing a local installation. So this is going to be our basic installation. It's generally how most people sort of do their first install of an agent when you're just testing things out. We're going to have a look at what features are available. We're not going to go into any real detail about these features, just telling you what they are, because level 2 is going to be all about them. We're going to have a look at asset tracking. So when you install the agent, you can get information back from your asset tracking. So things like your software, your hardware, Windows license keys, IP addresses, all that sort of gear. We're going to have a look at servers and workstations. So we treat them differently in the dashboard. So we're going to have a look at what the differences are there. 24/7 and daily safety checks. So this is essentially our monitoring, and we're going to have a look at the standardized checks that we do have in there. So these are what we call our default monitoring checks. These are the checks that basically get installed as soon as you install the agent. So if you just do a basic install and leave everything at the default settings, we're going to have a look at what default checks are going to add it in there.